Welcome traders to this new market game plan for week 8 for Nasdaq futures. So first let's dive into the economic calendar for next week. So we start the week on Monday with a bank holiday and 6 p.m. FOMC member Waller speaking. On Tuesday 8:30 a.m. we have Empire State Manufacturing Index and we have President Trump speaking. On Wednesday 2 p.m. we have FOMC meeting minutes. On Thursday 8:30 a.m. we have unemployment claims, Philly Fed manufacturing index, and at 12 p.m. we have the crude oil inventories. And we end the week on Friday with 9:45 a.m. flash manufacturing and flash services PMI. And at 10 a.m. we have two medium impact news drivers, the existing home sales and the consumer sentiment number. So if I'm looking into this economic calendar for next week, I have a long weekend because I don't trade on Monday due to the bank holiday. The very next day, on Tuesday, I don't trade the AM session, but I am looking for a setup after 13:30 p.m. So during the PM session, I expect some nice price action. On Wednesday, I love this this news driver, the FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. What generally happens in around 70% of the cases is that we see some form of manipulation during the 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. time window and a stronger move after the 2:30 p.m. time window. So I'm looking forward to this news report on Wednesday, and I try to be risk on during this report. On Thursday, I expect some manipulation after 8:30 a.m. And a stronger move afterwards. And on Friday, I actually expect some nice price action as well. So for this week, my main interest is on the latter part of the week. If we look into the higher time frame for Nasdaq, start on the weekly chart, you can see that last week had a huge up close candle, 807 points, pretty large if you ask me. Took the relative equal highs above this candle's high, this candle's high, and this candle's high, and we just fell short of trading into the premium wick consequent encroachment, which came in at let me see. Okay, we do it like this. The midpoint came in at 22,256. So I'm monitoring that level for the week ahead. Like this. Perfect. You can annotate the midpoints, the consequent encroachment of these discount wicks as well, but I'll leave it for what it is for right now. So if we go to the daily chart, since the 26th of January, the start of this week, I had the drawn liquidity above this candle's high. We managed to trade into that high on Thursday. So you can see after the 26 we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 up close candles. So yeah, you could really take advantage of that bullish drawn liquidity. So we're currently working inside this busy with volume imbalance over here. And I annotated the quarter levels as well. And as you can see, on Thursday we traded into the lower quadrant and managed to trade into the busy, but we left the consequent encroachment untouched, and on Friday opened here, manipulated to the downside into that busy low, and trade all the way up into consequent encroachment and into the upper quadrant, but left this small portion open. So that's something I'm monitoring for the coming week. If we manage to close above this busy, I want to see it act as support for upwards continuation into this candle's high, and ultimately this candle's high, which is also the all-time high. So on Monday we had an up close. On Tuesday, prior to CPI release, we had an volatility contraction, followed by a large range day with CPI release. PPI release was also a large range day as anticipated. And Friday was continuation up, and we fell short of any retracement into the weekly range. And when Friday falls short of a TGIF setup playing out, I expect Monday to do so. So if we measure this candle's low towards this candle's high, which is the weekly candle, we can derive the TGIF levels, which you can see over here, which is the 0.2 level for now is 22,063.50, and the 0.3 level is 21,983, which also is in alignment with this daily busy over here, which was formed on Thursday's PPI release. So that's a beautiful confluence over there. Sadly, Monday is a bank holiday, so I'm not really anticipating any setup to unfold, but I'm definitely tape reading the day and see if we can have some retracement into this busy and find support there, trading into the 0.2 and maybe into the 0.3 TGIF level, only to continue towards the upside to trade our way up into this open portion of the busy on the daily chart into the premium wick consequent encroachment on the weekly chart, and maybe even into this candle's high. If that doesn't happen and we trade into the busy and close below it, I want to see this busy be treated as a bearish inversion fair value gap. And if that happens, I am looking at all these candles. Oh, lows over here. So as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3 relative equal lows carrying sell stops below it. But for now, that's not really the case, because we're still bullish. Discount arrays are still respected, and premium arrays are currently failing. So yeah, So I'm slightly bullish, taken into consideration that we're currently trading into February, which is generally a bullish month for stocks and indices. So yeah, taking that into consideration, I expect bullish continuation. So retracement into this busy and continuation into the open portion of the busy, closing above it, trading back into this busy and treat it as a reclaimed busy and maybe continue towards the upside into these three relative equal highs. Okay. On the hourly chart, I was monitoring this down close candle over here where we found resistance in. Traded back into the mean threshold of the bullish breaker. Trading all the way up. So on the hourly chart, I can't see anything really relevant. So I have to see how the next week will open and yeah, if we can continue going higher and maybe that bullish narrative can play out throughout the week. So that was it for this for next week's market game plan for week 8. I will be back next week Saturday to review next week's price action and see if we can learn and derive anything from how the weekly candle was printed next week. So I want to thank you. I want to wish you a very nice weekend and an even better trading week ahead.